Today I have the Galaxy A71 from Samsung. This one looks to be in great condition, but refuses to charge. The customer stated that some liquid got inside the port, but it doesn't give the moisture warning when plugged in. Instead, it simply draws 0 amps, as if the charger isn't actually connecting. The pins themselves look a bit corroded. Let's fix this one in a weird way. A bit of time on the heating mat will soften the adhesive holding the plastic back panel to the frame. Be careful not to use too much heat, as plastic isn't very forgiving past 100 degrees Celsius. Using a super thin metal shim, I'll work my way around the edges of the device and cut through the dust-resistant adhesive. Unlike the A50 series, there are no antenna stickers below this panel that are at risk of getting cut. With the back panel off, I'll start by removing the 9 identical Phillips screws that secure the top panel in place. I won't need to remove anything up here, but if you're subscribed to my channel, you'll know that disconnecting the battery is pretty important. Once power has been removed from the board, I'll hop down to the bottom panel, which has 7 more of the same screws holding it to the frame. No screw maps needed for this one. With that panel out of the way, I can inspect the charging board at the bottom. Thankfully, it looks like none of the liquid made its way inside, and there are no visible signs of corrosion, burning, or anything else. After disconnecting the optical fingerprint scanner, the antenna line, and the display connector, the board can be pulled out. I'm going to be attempting to fix this water damage with more water. I'll be using this ultrasonic cleaner. It contains pure distilled water, which is heated to about 50 degrees Celsius. Distilled water contains the smallest amount of impurities possible and has little to no effect on electrical components. Turning the cleaner on produces a sound that puts most ASMR feelings to shame, and more closely reminds me of nails running down a chalkboard. I can hear it in my spine. This method bombards the board with incredibly fast ultrasonic sound waves that vibrate the board rapidly, knocking off any built-up debris that might be preventing the charging pins from making contact. The board will then be coated in isopropyl alcohol to encourage moisture evaporation, and I'll place it in a dehydrator for some time to ensure it's completely dried of any remaining liquid. From there, I'll jump into some speedy reassembly to test the device. This trick doesn't always work. There are a lot of conditions that have to be met for it to be successful, but it is a good starting point. I will always advocate repairing and using existing components, replacing them only when absolutely necessary. This saves on costs for myself, and I can pass those savings on to the client. With everything put back together, I'll connect the charger to the port. Sure enough, we have life! This repair was a success. Thanks a lot for sticking around to the end of the video. If you enjoyed this or found it even remotely useful, please consider subscribing. And if you do, drop a comment below letting me know so I can say hi. I respond to 99% of comments and appreciate you watching. Come check out some weirder stuff over on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, or help me build up my Patreon over there. See you next time.